Hey, what's up you guys? Today I thought I'd do a video showing you how to replace your thermostat. My vehicle is a 2007 Pontiac Solstice GXP and it's a manual. It's just going to basically be a video on how to access the thermostat housing, how to remove the thermostat, put the new one in, put everything back. I do have voiceovers in the video where I'm doing it so you know what's going on, what tools to use, etc. I will put in the description what tools I used anyway, just in case, and a link to a form where I gave you step-by-step directions on how to access it, just in case the video isn't enough, because I know that there's actually not a video out for this, at least that I haven't found. So I figured I should go ahead and make one because my car did start overheating, and this was the solution. Sometimes it could be a water pump. These cars are known for the water pumps to fail around 80,000 miles plus. So just be really careful with that, keep up with it. I just really hope this helps anybody who needs to replace their thermostat, and reading instructions doesn't necessarily help everyone. Sometimes people need visuals. So I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys soon.
Alright guys, so the first thing we're going to go ahead and do is remove the plastic cover over the bolt connecting to the windshield wipers. I also used a yellow marker before doing this to ensure when I put it back on, it will be sitting in the same place. You're going to go ahead and use a 15mm socket to remove it. Once you get that off, you're going to go ahead and give it quite a few tugs for it to break loose. I used a very long flat head for this. Go ahead and also repeat it on the other side. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove the little plastic bolts that are attached on both sides. I went ahead and used the same flathead to pry them up. There are also going to be 6 screws that we're going to need to remove. You're going to use a 7mm socket for these, and once all of them are up, you can go ahead and pop up the windshield shroud. Once you get that up, you're going to actually be able to find the thermostat housing located behind your engine. I also removed the windshield shroud support stand in the middle for easier access. There are 2 10mm bolts. One's going to be in the front and one is going to be in the back. Go ahead and place the 10mm socket onto the bolt and attach your extension and ratchet and remove. The one in the back is going to be the hardest one to reach because if you have not had this service before, there is most likely going to be a clamp from a radiator hose located right above the bolt. I used long vise grips to push down on the clamp and get it out of the way, making it much easier to remove this bolt. Once you get that bolt out of the way, be sure to add a drain pan underneath to catch any radiator fluid that does come out. Go ahead and pull up on the thermostat housing and you'll start to see and hear radiator fluid escaping. However, I did forget to add a drain pan, so it just kind of went all over my driveway. pull the top of the housing to the side. You'll be able to see the thermostat. I used some needle nose pliers to get it out. The thermostat housing does not have a gasket, only the thermostat. My old thermostat gasket was actually stuck to the bottom of the top thermostat housing, so make sure you do double check that you got all gaskets out. You can go ahead and install the new thermostat and reattach your bolts. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and replenish the lost coolant. So we're going to use this GM specific Dexcool coolant for the car. To ensure you get any air out of the system, we're going to detach the coolant reservoir. There's a bolt and a plastic clip. Use a 10mm socket for the bolt and a flathead to pry out the plastic clip. We're also going to disconnect the wire underneath. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove the clamp from the radiator hose. I replaced this clamp a while ago because it failed. If yours is OEM, just use some pliers. Next we're going to go ahead and get some shop towels and push them through the nipple so it soaks up any coolant. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and grab the coolant and raise the reservoir above the engine. This will help ensure as much coolant as possible will enter the system. Keep adding coolant until you see it escape from the nipple. Once you do, go ahead and put down the reservoir and reattach the hose clamp and reattach the bolts to the reservoir and plug back in the wire. After that, you just reverse the removal procedure and you now have a new thermostat installed.
flowers. Turn back, I see rivers beyond the light, ancient roads in broken design, angels running through our minds. Look up, your city's built on marble floors, neon lights in the falling snow, those nights back in Tokyo. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Spring would lie in summer showers, in my hair were winter flowers. And weeks went by but felt like hours. Seasons multiply in power that I found in winter flowers. And we said, this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young. And we said, this has only just begun. In the end, time forever favors the young.